Namaskaram. My name is S. Ashok Kumar. Welcome to my channel. In this part, I am going to start a new chapter from human physiology, that is breathing and exchange of gases, or you can call it as a external respiration. Now I am going to define what is this process involves. This breathing involves exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen between atmosphere and lungs. The total chapter revolves around this particular statement. The chapter involves exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen. That means what? We have to take oxygen from the environment. Then as a result of the catabolism, as a result of respiration, cellular respiration, oxygen will produce, that carbon dioxide will produce, that carbon dioxide we have to remove from the body. That is why exchange of the gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen between atmosphere and lungs. Now I am going to tell about different parts of human respiratory system. I will introduce what are the different parts of human respiratory system. After that, each part I will explain in the detail. Okay. This human respiratory system starts with nose. Nose continues with pharynx. Pharynx continues with a sound box, that is a larynx. Larynx continues with the trachea, windpipe. Trachea divide into bronchi, different types of bronchi. Then bronchi divide into bronchioles. Different types of bronchioles. I will explain. These bronchioles continues with the alveolar duct. Finally, alveolar ducts and with alveoli, functional unit of lungs. These are the different parts of the human respiratory system. Out of these all parts are functionally divided into two parts. From the nose up to bronchioles. This part is called conducting part of respiratory system. And this from nose to bronchioles comes under this part, responsible for the transport of the gases. That's all. Alveolar duct and alveoli belongs to exchange part of respiratory system, means exchange of the gases between body and the lungs takes place at alveolar duct and alveoli. That is why from nose to bronchioles comes under conducting part of respiratory system. Alveolar duct and alveoli together comes under exchange part of the respiratory system. Now I am going to explain each part I will take, and I will explain very clearly in the physiology. After explaining this one along with the lungs also, then we will enter into the functional part. Now I am going to explain about the nose. Now this nose consists of three parts. Those include external nose. Next, that continues with the nasal chamber. You can call nasal cavity. That ends with internal nose. Now first I am going to tell about the external nose. What we are seeing outside, that is a external. This part is a external nose. This external nose outside. This external nose outside is covered by skin. What we are seeing. inside that is covered by mucous membrane. Mucous membrane. So outside is the skin, inside is a mucous membrane. Between these two, bones, muscles, cartilage also there. Okay. What are the bones for making this external bone, and how this external bone is formed by the combination of which types of bones? Those are include frontal bone. Frontal, this one. This one is a frontal bone. Next, this one is nasal bones. Nasal bones and maxilla bone. Maxilla bone. These three bones means frontal bone, nasal bones and maxilla bones together form the structure of the external nose. Now comes to the next one is the nasal chamber. The important part in this nose is the nasal chamber or nasal cavity. Okay, this cavity is actually how it is formed. This nasal chamber or cavity, it is a cavity space present below nasal bones. Nasal bones, these are the nasal bones. So below the nasal bones and above oral cavity, or you can call it above the maxilla bone, because this is a oral cavity. This oral cavity above, nasal bones below. There is a space. Okay. This nasal cavity or nasal chamber, that is separated by nasal septum. You can see nasal septum. This is a nasal septum. This nasal septum separating the total nasal cavity into two parts, right part and left part. This nasal septum is formed by the bone, that is a vomer bone. Vomer bone forms the nasal septum that separates the nasal cavity into two parts, right and left. The next important point about the nasal chamber is, that is nasal concave bones. Nasal concave bones. Nasal concave projections. What it means, what is the importance of the nasal concave bones means, you have to understand this one. For example, if you take this one as this one, okay, consider this is a nasal septum. Okay, nasal septum. This is the anterior most part of the nose. This anterior part, this one, what are you saying? This one. This is called as a nasal vestibule. Nasal vestibule is nothing but the most anterior most part of the nasal, nose. This you consider, this one is a septum. That is a nasal septum. This is a one part, this is a another part. Okay, right and left part. Comes to the nasal cone. Each part, both sides you need to imagine. Each side there are three nasal concave projections, like you can observe like this. 1, 2, 3, like this. Means these are called as a nasal concave. This is a superior, this is a middle, this is a inferior nasal concave projections. What is the importance of this nasal concave? You know, for example, you think both sides you have to imagine the nasal concave projections. For example, if there is no nasal concave projections, air directly enters through the nose, directly go and hit the alveoli. For example, if you are taking the cold air, they will go and hit the alveoli, alveoli get damaged. If the hot air, if you inhale, those hot air also, hot means more than the temperature of the body. Directly if you take, go and hit the alveoli, alveoli are very sensitive partner, they get damaged. That is why what is happening? These, because of the presence of these projections, there is a formation of narrow passages. If you observe, it is not direct. There are narrow passages like this, and it increases the surface area. Those nasal passages are called nasal meatus. Meatus stands for the passage. So nasal concave projections forms the nasal meatus. Automatically, what is important? For example, if you take the cold air, if it is passing the air like this, passing through nasal meatus, automatically blood is passing in the opposite direction. So if you take the cold air will slowly move through the nasal meatus. When the blood is passing, automatically the heat from the blood is entering into the cold air, making the inhaled air to equals to the body temperature. And indirectly meaning what is the importance of this one? When we are take the inhaling air, that get warm. That is the importance of the nasal concave and the nasal meatus. What is the function? The inhaling air become a warm air having the greater rate of the diffusion in our body than the cold air. Instead of warm, because of the nasal meatus, what is important? Whatever the type of air you are taking, cold or hot air, making the inhaling air to equals to the body temperature. That is what? 37 degrees centigrade. 37 degrees centigrade high temperature. That is why I am writing this warm. The next important thing about the nasal cavity is like, so both sides nasal concave you have to imagine. Here into the nasal cavity or nasal chamber, there are number of ducts will come and open like this. The number of ducts will come and open like this. Those ducts include paranasal ducts. Paranasal ducts, one type. Next one is a nasolacrimal ducts. What is importance of this paranasal ducts? Paranasal ducts. So for example, if you think this paranasal duct, these paranasal ducts release mucus into the nasal cavity. Nasolacrimal duct releases the tears into this particular nasal cavity. So what is the importance of these liquids? These mucus and tears responsible for function is like moisten the inhaled air. Because when compared with the moistening air and dry air, moistening air having the greater rate of diffusion. That is why that moistening, this mucus and tears responsible for the moistening the inhaling air. You are following. Now finally I am telling what are the functions of nose. You should understand because already the structure and the functions already is. What are the functions? What is the small basic function? This nasal cavity, first it containing hair na. That is it is made up of ciliated epithelium na. That internal hair and cilia responsible for removing of dust particles. Okay na? Next, what is important function? That is increasing the temperature of the inhaling air. That is a warming the inhaling air. Next, what is important? Moistening of the inhaling air. Moistening of inhaling air. Next, what is the one more function of the nose? That is a detection of smell. Because olfactory receptors are there in this particular nose responsible for the detection of the smell. So this is about the nose. Next, in the next part, I am going to continue the remaining parts of the human respiratory system. Till now, if you understand the concept, please like and share this video to your friends and subscribe our channel. If you have any doubts about the chapter for the NEET exam or board exam, you comment below. Definitely I will respond to your questions. Thank you.